Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of ShoutStone. I am bringing you another Shoutcast from the Hearthstone beta, this time featuring Trump as he heads into the arena just to play a game. This is not arena time, despite the graphics you will see in-game. That just happens to be my go-to Trump graphic, so that's what you get. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the action right now. It is Uther versus Garrosh. Trump playing the part of Uther, the Paladin, and DungDaFung playing the part of Garrosh, the Warrior. Alright, so Trump kicking things off by clearing his hand out. As you know, we're following day 9 in arena time this time around. We're just going to get some quick arena play here. I mean, that's really all that Trump plays is arena games, so that's what I get, and that's what I cast. So deal with it. These are kind of older games, but they're still post-patch, so fine by me. I always worry about when the big patches come out because it's like, you know, crap. Now I'm going to suddenly have to change the games that I cast, and I have so many spare games, but whatever. Alright, coining out the Ironfur Grizzly. I'm going to attack in with that Argent Squire, so Trump has the little fairy dragon who he's going to trade for that taunt minion. Gets out a Silverhand recruit. And he's all out of options. We'll pass the turn right now. Very interested to see how Trump's going to play this game out. Paladin decks are really fun to watch in my opinion. I enjoy Paladins far more than Warriors, and I know his last arena time was a Warrior deck. But yeah, I really enjoy the Paladin decks, or just in general. Alright, gets that Bloodsail Raider out there, and an, Silverhand Recruit. That's what I was going to say. Things looking pretty standard so far, not a whole lot of advantage either way. Setting the pieces. Gonna play Cleave fairly early. Uses Boar to take that pirate out and deal a couple points of damage to Trump as he armors up. So, already in the green as far as health goes for our warrior player. He's debating that Gurubashi Enforcer. He will play it. Gurubashi Enforcer, a nice option because right now, I guess he can. He could take it out if he decides to use that Arcanite Reaper. And he will use that, probably trade that Razorfen Hunter to get it out of play. And he does just that. So some good removal play here by DungDaFung. And gets a good play on that Corsair by getting him out there for free because of the cost of his weapon. So he could also take out that Fen Creeper with the Arcanite Reaper. And I think that'll actually be a better move here for Trump. He's making his opponent burn that Reaper on his minions instead of on his face. So I think that worked out pretty well. Alright, and he is going to hit the Reaper, follow it up with the Argent minion there, trade it out, and start doing some more damage to Trump. Alright. We'll play the Guardian of Kings and heal himself back up a little bit. This should be a very interesting play here. We're starting to get into the later part of the game. We're going to start to see some larger minions hit the field. And still no real clear-cut advantage for either player. The Warrior player is definitely doing a good job of keeping Trump's minions off the field. There's just an awful lot of taunt coming out for the opponent. And is he just going to bypass? Yeah, he is going to bypass that Guardian of Kings. That could be a mistake. But we shall see. There's that Shattered Sun Cleric. Make that minion a little stronger. No, he's going to take out the Tauren. Is he? He will. Alright. So the Tauren minion falls. And he has that Hand of Protection, which he could use. He also has a Spellbreaker, if he wants to use that. Shattered Sun Cleric. Alright, he will buff... Is he gonna... Well, I mean, he has to. He's gonna buff it up now. He's gonna play the Gnomish Inventor, get an extra card out of here. Another Spellbreaker. So, it's okay. I mean, he's not really getting many cards. His opponent's not really playing anything that needs to be silenced. Maybe the Taunt minion. Frost Elemental would be fine, but I mean, there's nothing really to silence on it. But again, some good removal coming into play. Trump is in a dangerous spot right now. He could lose this game. He's already down to half health. He's going to play that Spellbreaker. When he is going to silence off. So that was a good little play there, just in case you missed it, because it went pretty quickly. He played his first Spellbreaker to silence the Taunt on that Corsair, then played his second one to silence off the Freeze effect, and then he buffed up the Guardian of Kings with the Hand of Protection to give it the Divine Shield, which he used to take out one of the minions on the field. And another Arcanite Reaper comes out, and he's going to use that to take out that Guardian of Kings. A very fair trade. And I think we're going to get an even minion trade all across. The board is clear, except for now the Stormwind Knight, who's going to do a couple points of damage. So, Trump's still in a risky position right now. That Reaper is the biggest concern, I think, at this point. He's going to play the Sea Giant, because it's really all he can do to get some reasonable threat out there. He is staring at 7 damage right now, not counting whatever may be sitting in his opponent's hand. And it'll be a Spiteful Smith. So the Smith, if he can silence it, well, he doesn't really have anything to silence it with. This is going to be interesting. Alright, he could play Redemption on that Giant. Instead he's going to use it to take out the Smith, which will still probably buff up that weapon. Well, no it doesn't. It did, briefly, but the Enrage, I guess, wore off. A little bit of an aura effect. Alright, here comes the Violet Teacher. He does put Redemption up on himself. And we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. Trump's got to start to make a big move here to shut down his opponent. Else there may not be much that can be done. Gonna take out the Giant, eat a little bit of damage, but it could be worth it in the end. He does lose. The Reaper does trigger it, and there's Redemption. Oh, that is a key move there. Does get his opponent to eat 8 damage and lose his weapon. So that's a pretty good trade for Trump. I mean, he's still in a bit of a risky spot right now because he's sitting on, you know, only 11 points of damage, and his opponent is going to be constantly able to armor up, get some more cards out there. Acidic Swamp Ooze comes out, but no weapon to feed on it. There's a Defender of Argus, which you could use to buff things up. He also has that Consecration. Maybe he's going to drop that Defender of Argus. There it goes. He has everything 1/1. And he will use that Violet Teacher to take out the little guy. And do some more pain. Get another Shattered Sun. Another Shattered Sun Cleric. No, another Silverhand Recruit on the field. So Trump's starting to mount a little bit of a comeback here. He's getting more minions on the field. He's still got some taunt out there. His opponent's down to nothing. I mean, it is an arena game. We've seen 2 Arcanite Reapers. There could be more. We don't know. But we're starting to see some moderate minions. Not too much in the way of high value. Alright, so a Darkscale Healer and that Harvest Golem. He's got a few choices he can make. So he's got that Hammer of Wrath and Consecration, which he could play. He will do the Hammer of Wrath. That's going to get him a card draw and an extra minion. Consecration, give him another minion and do some good damage. Clear the field of at least that healer, and he can trade one of his little guys to take that Harvest Golem out, which will pop another Golem, which can be taken out by the other one. Good trade. And now, things are looking pretty good for our scrappy little Paladin player, Trump, who is pulling out all the stops. Top draws an Azure Drake, gets that out there. Card draw that he doesn't... I don't know if he's going to be able to use it. No, he will not. Don't know what that top draw is, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. Now he has that Wolf Rider, which between that and one of those Silverhand Recruits, or Violet Students, he can take out the little minion. But nope, there's plenty enough damage here to end the game. Trump, in convincing fashion, takes his opponent out after nearly getting into a rough spot. But his play sometimes is just impressive, to say the very least. But there you have it. That's going to do it for this episode of ShoutStone. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Arena Time, so don't miss that. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, find me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you folks next time.